Hello.
Welcome to Looping About.
Yes.
I'm Alicia, also known as AK47 on Ravelry.
I am Liz, also known as Lizzie215 on Ravelry.
And this is Looping About.
Yes.
We're in Seattle. Gorgeous day. The last
And
week
not
has cooled
hot,
off.
thank
Yes.
goodness.
I think, was it yesterday? It drizzled all day long.
Yes, and
Just
so
the lightest
awesome.
drizzle. Like,
I
I
don't
didn't even
care.
realize it was going on until I went outside with the dog. And I was like, hey, this is fantastic. And so we actually see sky. We haven't seen sky in a couple weeks because of the smokes from all the fires, the forest fires going on
In
the
Oregon, Montana,
entire
everywhere,
Northwest.
Washington,
Yeah.
and Canada. We even have foreign smoke
Yep.
coming in.
Yeah, we're welcoming it with open arms. So yeah, we can breathe again. That's exciting.
Yes.
So those going through natural disasters right now, hearts go out to you.
Yes, so many.
I hope the cleanup happens quickly and swiftly, and you can get back to your
Knitting.
regularly scheduled knitting.
Yes, very scheduled knitting.
Oh man, I hope you took enough knitting with you if you're not at your house right now.
And if you didn't, let us know. We could probably.
I can send you something.
We could
to
send you some
knit
to
with.
hold you over.
So welcome to our house. Yeah. What have you been working on?
I have. Okay, first of all, I want to say Alicia she doesn't bug me. She teases
totally
me
do.
because I don't wear knitwear. So I'm actually wearing something I knit. Actually,
Oh
I
my
have it
goodness.
inside out now too. Let's switch
It's like
it the other way.
Lorelei.
It is. It is Lorelei shawl
You bought the kit for it too,
Yes.
right?
from Shannon Cook.
Oh, that's pretty, and it's big.
It's big. I love big shawls. Like if I'm gonna knit something, it's big. And so I bought the kit for it, and this is actually the original kit that came from it from Nice and Knit.
Okay.
But the only thing is, it had a yellow, and
Oh.
I told them I don't usually like yellows.
So they changed your order before it even came to you.
They changed it,
That's
and I,
cool.
but I mean, and I gave them leeway. I'm like, I would like something else other than yellow that goes with the rest of the colors.
So what
in
did
the
they
kit.
trade it?
So they traded this for this orange color, which I believe is called lobster pot.
Yep.
And so yeah, so
It's
this
showing up really nice.
So this is my Lorelei shawl, which is probably the piece of knit that I wear the most. It has doubled as a baby blanket so many times that I can't tell you.
Yeah.
My kids love it. They just
And
love
it's a DK weight, so
It's a
warm.
DK weight. Yeah. So
Yeah.
my kids love that. Okay, so now that out of the way, what have I been working on? I have been working on Minion #1's Flax Light. I finished the body. So
That is
it's all
gorgeous.
down.
Is it kind of striping? It's kind of pooling from what I can see.
It pooled a little, but
Yeah, it's like green stripes across. That's
yeah,
really
not
nice.
really, not too much. And
That's
I
really
just
cool.
started the sleeves, so you can see them here. They're on magic. This one's on magic loop.
Okay. Are you gonna do them 2 at a time when you do your sleeves?
No,
Okay.
that's too much hassle.
Okay.
One thing I never talked about before when I was doing this.
Mhm.
So the sleeve is usually done in stockinette, but to make the lace panel stick out, I've done it in what is it?
Reverse stockinette.
Reverse stockinette. Yep.
Okay. So it's all pearls showing.
It's
instead of
all
knits
pearls showing. So the
Okay.
sleeve will be all pearls in order to make that.
And then it switches at the raglan.
yes, and then
increases?
in order to make that stitch panel
Oh,
stick
that's
out.
pretty. When she blocks that, we'll be sure to give
Yeah.
you a zoom
So
in
finish the
for-
body. Got to do the sleeves. This will be finished by September 30th, or yeah, September has 30 days. Yes, September 30th. In order to enter it into our
Our tin can knit salon.
tin can knit salon, which run them both August and September months.
Correct. And since we're speaking of that, I finished something for that. And it was a little bit ago. We haven't recorded in a little bit. So I finished.
I still love that
those
colorway.
guys. Isn't that pretty?
The Seattle Fairy.
Yeah. This is a worsted weight. And it's Seattle Dye Works. And it's called Fairy. Fairy as in the boat. Not the woodland creature. Super simple to knit. And I had enough to finish another pair in the same colorway.
What?
Yeah. So these are the lambing mitts. And I modified it a lot.
Are those the lambing mitts from?
It's from Tolt. It's a free pattern.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's
Yeah. So let's put that guy on. The thumb's a little long. I have tiny thumbs, or maybe everybody makes their thumbs long. Who knows? They look better on.
I
I've
love
decided.
these. Yeah, look at these other ones. So awesome.
So the lambing mitts is a free pattern. You can get to it from Ravelry, but you go out to the Tolt website. Tolt is a local yarn store to Liz.
Well, to the Seattle area. It's just close to my house.
It's probably a half.
These are
20 minutes,
awesome.
half an hour away from Seattle.
Those are awesome.
And they had a spread in Knit Scene, I think, in 2015 about their whole yarn store. It used to be a general store. Is that right? Or
I don't know.
Or a hardware store.
I think it was a hardware store.
It's got tall ceilings.
I think it was a hardware store.
They've got a potbelly stove there and chairs to sit in to go and knit, and a huge table, a workspace for all their crafts and their classes. But let's see. This was on US 5s and 7s. And remember, this is a worsted weight. And this was on US 7s the entire way. And this is a broken rib. Super quick.
Which one did you like better?
I think the lambing mitts.
Okay.
Now, I modified it a lot. They're supposed to come up past your fingers, and then you can fold them over. So this was supposed to be all garter up to here. So I just, instead of broken rib, I just put a normal rib, 2x2 rib.
This is definitely a stretchier fit than the...
Yeah. So this one's more snug and fitted.
Yeah, and this one, if you're making these, I would say if you're making mitts for somebody else, I would go with the lambing one because it has a wider...
Yeah, it's
wider
more
range.
Leeway with stretch.
Yes.
Where this is mostly stockinette and some cabling. And that one is broken rib, so it's nice and stretchy. Yeah, and it'll be really warm. I was really stoked because, look, that's how much I had left.
Wow.
So I could get 2 fingerless mitts out of one, as long as I modified it. I don't know, I might have been able to stick with the pattern, but I didn't want to run out. So I decided not to stick with the pattern. And so I'm not going to fold them over at all. It's just the way they are. So
Folding over is an extra step.
2 FOs. Very exciting.
Woohoo! My FOs, if we're talking about those, I only have 3 Hexie Puffs as an extra. Nice. But 3, so I'm all cut up.
She's been working on her thesis, guys.
I've been working on my thesis. So
is that kind of like a mint color in there?
Yes, it's like a mint. Yeah. I know those 2 were made from DVD, Desert Vista Dye Works, and I believe I think the coloring might be like cappuccino mint or something, or peppermint.
Oh yeah,
peppermint something. It was from
cappuccino.
From one of our trades that we've done.
Okay.
And then this one is a hodgepodge of stuff.
Yeah, it looks like you just ran out of yarn.
I did just run out of yarn, and it was so funny. So whatever the red yarn was, I couldn't magic knot it. Every time I went to magic knot it and would pull it, it would tear.
Oh, okay.
So
what did you do instead this time?
I ended up using, you brought up last week, the clasp weft.
Yep.
Join. So I did that, and it worked really well.
Right?
And also, I did use that. So I used one skein of to finish the body, but I did have to join in here at the last end, and I also used Kate's clasp weft join as well. And
for the last couple inches?
Yeah, for the last couple of inches. And it worked really well. I think it's something you would only want to use for stockinette or garter stitch. Yeah. It's not something you would want to use
in lace.
Because it makes a little bit of extra fabric.
But and when I do it in a garment, I just make sure that it's in the back of the garment or on this seam right here.
Yeah, and I believe here's
we all have that kind of freedom.
Mine is at the really near the bottom, so no one's going to notice that because you can see the two ends there that I will cut out.
And you just snip them.
Because
they're practically woven in because you have knit them in.
But yeah, look-wise, you can't really tell that it's there. You can only tell if you feel it, and it's only us knitters that would probably be able to tell. Somebody else would be like,
your kid's not going to care.
No, my kid's not going to care. So yeah.
Well, that's exciting. You got a lot done.
I did. And then one other thing I did get done, so we've been working on that part of your world.
Yes.
And
what clue are you on?
I'm still on clue 1.
Okay.
But I finished clue 1.
That yellow is fantastic.
Yeah, I finished clue 1.
I love that distinct line between those 2 colors.
And so
that's really pretty.
I'm on my second color.
So you can start to see, it looks like you've placed some beads.
I did place some beads.
Awesome.
And I'm very excited.
Yes. And how much more orange do you have? Just a little bit?
However that much is. I didn't have a chance to weigh it.
Okay.
So.
And what yarn are you using?
I am using chromatique in a colorway called Sunrise Volcano. Sunrise.
Yeah.
One of those two things.
It's already up there. You already know. You're correcting us right now.
And no, it's been pretty fun.
Oh, it's fingering weight.
It's fingering weight. Problem with this knit, because there isn't a relaxed row like Alicia said before.
There's no resting.
Yeah, there's no rest. Like, it's lace on both sides. Mm-hmm. I can only knit it when my kids are asleep.
Yeah. I have to be alone.
Yeah, or without distractions. But on the plus side, it is a really easy knit. So after you establish, I think what would have been row 3 for me out of the first clue.
And you can read the knitting.
Right. You can
right away you're just like, ooh, I'm off.
Yeah.
Did I mess something up in the last row, or have I done my own thing?
I think that happens after row 3. Row 3 sets it up. That's the first row with the beading. And then after that, then it's super easy to be like, you can tell like when you're decreasing or making an angle from the bead and stuff. So after that, I'm pretty confident now.
Yeah. I've been talking to Annetta about it because Annetta and Kim have joined us on this shawl, and it's going well for everybody. We've been talking about how much this is so much better than the one I'm wearing, which was the last mystery knit along by the same woman, which was that Enchanted Rose. So what Liz and I are working on is called Part of Your World, and it's by Lily Go, and she's had 5 clues come out, and I'm on clue 4 because I ran out of yarn. I'm ready to make my transition, but I wasn't really ready to do it. So, this is the correct side. So I'm a couple clues ahead. Clue 3 and clue 4 are only for larges. And so she's doing a medium, so she's not really that far behind.
I'm not that far behind, so I only need clue 2 to catch up.
There's more to go. So this is a full skein of yarn that I've used. And it's fitting on the needles a little bit better. They said the pucker's going to come out. It's kind of puckering right now.
Once you block, the pucker comes out.
The blocking's going to help. But you can almost kind of see that it kind of looks like a mermaid's tail.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of forming where the beads are. In clue 3, clue 3, you got to have a lot of rest rows, which was all this garter that started coming in. But then in clue 4, you got a whole lace coming in with your short rows. So it's really fun construction. It's sailing. I'm having a really good time. I haven't put it into timeout or anything. I haven't had any issues with the lace. I'm really enjoying the knit. I'm doing it in a solid color. And this is, in my bag, Succulent Fiber. And it's a 50-50 merino and Tessa silk. Now, it's not the smooth, shiny silk. But it's giving it structure, which is really nice. And I know it's just going to open up really pretty when we block it out.
Beautiful.
And it's called River Ash. Yeah, River Ash. It's a blue color. Very dusky blue. But I haven't been working on anything else because I finished things. And I have nothing to knit on because this is a little too complicated right now. You get about 35 pearls in one section of this. So you knit a bunch of lace and then you get 35 pearls, turn around, and then all lace. So it's a little complicated right now. And I haven't looked at clue 5 yet. I am currently clue 4 part 3. And I've got to 1 gram left. like perfectly at the end of part 2 of clue 4. So that's nice. But I've set up the ball winder so I can get into my second skein.
Yeah.
So I am 52% complete. She is very good about telling you how far along you should be in your yardage per like every 6 or
based on that, then I am 15% complete.
Yeah, and that clue 1 went by fast once you got the picots on. The picot cast on. I think that was the worst part of this so far. So I'm glad it was done at the beginning. And
it looks beautiful. I like it. Yeah.
The group is really good. Everybody else is. I think there's only one other person that's doing a solid. Everybody else is doing gradients, and it's lovely, super lovely. I haven't seen Kim's yet. I'm gonna have to go on there and look at the older clues spoiler page and see how she's coming along. But I think she's in clue 2, so you guys are still knitting together. And Annetta and I are knitting together, but I think Annetta's probably in clue 5 now. She'll tell me after she watches this. She's always like the first person to watch her.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to put this on hold because I need to start knitting a hat for the
September. We're in September now.
Yes, we're in September, and we are 30 ways. I haven't even looked at the patterns. It's been so busy. I was part of a wedding last Labor Day weekend, and it
messed with your knitting.
It messed with my knitting because it took up way too much time.
Yep.
But now I will go look tonight, and I will pick a Tin Can Knits hat pattern because I figured that I could have 2 entries and knit myself a hat. So if you have any suggestions,
are you thinking 2-color or solid color?
I have up to 3 colors that I can choose from. So if anyone has any good
purple, green, gray,
I might just pick the simplest hat and just bust it out.
Yeah, they have a lot to choose from.
So I'm excited, and my yarn is either somewhere between worsted and Aran, so any pattern that's worsted or Aran will
because
work.
You made the Banff hat.
I made the Banff hat, one for each of my kids. Yes.
Okay. And you were talking about having a matching hat with them, but have you decided?
I don't think I want to do the Banff hat after making it twice.
You're over it.
I'm over it, but I can at least be in the same color scheme and use the leftover yarn from their hats to make a hat for myself.
Sounds good. So suggestions, put them out here.
Put them out if you have a Tin Can Knits favorite fast hat pattern, because I need to finish it by the end of the month, and also in order to keep my personal goal of finishing 1 project a month.
Well, last podcast we put an APB out for anybody who wants to host October with our knit along.
We did,
and we got a response immediately.
We did.
So Annette's percolating on something. Nettie 1020 is her rab handle. She has a thread out there, so you guys can go look, and she says there's 2 requirements. So go check it out. See what you need for this knit along in October. Looks like it's going to be a mystery up until October.
I like mysteries. This is fun.
And I'm kind of scheming a knit along right now. I know that I knit for people for Christmas, and that's usually my parents and sometimes my brother, and definitely Sean. But I never get any knits coming my way. I clearly don't have anybody I trade knits with. Because we don't trade knits.
No, we don't trade knits.
No. So I decided, well, maybe there's other people like me that doesn't receive knits but does all this knitting and sees it all go to new homes and never sees anything come back in. And I thought, wait, we're a group of knitters and we're all talking about doing Christmas knitting. Maybe we can do a little swap. Yeah, it could be little or big. At first we were talking about shawls, and then not everybody wears shawls, and I don't know. So now we're just kind of looking through each other's cues, and we're trying to formulate a plan as to whether we're going to have a mystery person knit for us, or if we're going to do a 2-person, that each other is knitting for each other, and maybe you want to do a little knit along with each other on the same pattern, that kind of idea. It's really still in the brainstorming stages, but I wanted to give us enough time if we wanted to knit a shawl for somebody to get it done for the holiday season. And that's for any holiday in the wintertime that you celebrate. I'm not being specific on what this holiday is.
Or if everyone has a lot of holiday knitting and you and your partner, or however it decides to go, if it comes after the holidays, that's fine too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I don't want to put any pressure on an end date at this point.
Well, I'm Miss Tortuga, so I would prefer if somebody didn't mind receiving their gift 2 to 3 weeks after the holiday. Yeah, mid-January. Exactly.
Yeah. So go out to the thread. I have it set up where there is so far 10 questions. And you're going to reply to the question so that the ticker at the top of each thread tells you how many replies you have. You can press that and you can see all the replies of everybody to that question.
Cool.
And then when we find our partners, which will be probably in October sometime, we can just go straight to the questions, see all the replies, and you can see the person you're looking at.
Nice.
Sound good? And it's open for discussion. The answers for the questions need to be replied to that question, but you can banter off of each other's responses after that. So if you have any ideas or other questions, Annetta has asked a question so far, and I changed it for the format, so she has question number 10. So yeah, I think if you guys are interested, if you want to knit for somebody else that you're going to get knits in return, please join us. So that's on the thread. We have a Ravelry group called Loop and About. Her and I.
Sorry.
Moderators. We don't have more moderators than us, so please forgive us if we're not responding in time.
Yeah, I go through fits, like, I'll not respond for, like, a day, and then you'll see, like, 20 responses all all in one day. That's sorry, that's just the way I roll and how I find time. So.
And I gave you a really hard time, because her answers have not been very thorough.
Well, it's because I want to be surprised. I'm not picky. I will wear whatever anyone gives me.
She likes gifts.
I like gifts, and I like surprises. I would prefer to be surprised. So I'm not picky on color or anything. Like it's not me.
You can wear pretty much anything.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will wear pretty much anything.
That's
also.
Yeah, this pink is a little too much. Like I think this is gonna end up being my mom's. It's probably gonna be her Christmas gift. I'll block it for real with pins this next time and send it her way, because I'm really liking this one.
This one's
solid blue.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see mine more.
I know. I'm really excited. And you only have 3 more clues. I think there's only 2 more clues coming out.
Yay!
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I like I said, that's probably gonna be put on pause until I knit myself a hat.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll get the hat done in the next week, because thank goodness hats are actually the one thing I can kind of knit fast.
Yeah. Right. That's what I don't like about hats, is I feel like they're over too soon.
Yeah, but at the same time,
that's
I need something
for
that's going to be over soon. So for me, yes, I will be knitting a hat. I will pick a pattern and at least hopefully be halfway through it by the next time we podcast. If not done, that's my goal.
Yeah, you have to get this done because October's coming.
Yes.
And October, November, December, we're doing a knit along with the O-Loops group, which is yarn. Yes. A yarn dyer is a host for this Harry Potter.
Harry Potter!
And the boards are blowing up.
Oh yeah,
because everybody seems to know
what's coming and
what house
they're in. Yeah,
I'm just like, any day now.
So one of the cool things that they're doing, and I think which probably might have given Alicia the idea for the Christmas knit along thing, is that they're doing a 2-person swap. Like you choose to send them an owl. So you choose to send them a box of goodies based on this questionnaire that they have on O-Loops.
So, because I didn't know the vernacular of Harry Potter,
she's been watching the movie.
I watched every movie in the last 3 days.
I haven't even seen all the movies.
So I'm ahead of her.
I've read all the books, though.
They get dark pretty quick. The first couple movies were really boring to me.
I need to borrow the movies. I need to finish them.
I really want more character development on characters other than the 3 main characters. I think that's my issue with that whole thing. So I think I would probably do better with the books.
Yeah, the books are good.
But fantasy just doesn't capture my attention, honestly. But the movies were fantastic for what they were. They followed their rules properly, which I appreciate that. When you have a new world in which you live in, which is the wizarding world in this one, there has to be defined things that define this world.
They do well at that.
They do well with that.
That starts in October.
I've done my swap.
She has found a partner.
I found a partner.
Yeah, she found a partner in Kuala Lumpur.
I did. So, on top of the fact, because I really don't know Harry Potter, I don't really care if I get movie-related or book-related things. Right? So, I kind of was looking for an international trade.
Yeah.
Just to put it out there. And she's joined our group. So, hi, Allison. You might be watching me right now. And been like, oh, wow, I watched a podcast or 2 before this one, and you said you don't know anything about Harry Potter. Well, I know things now. And her character is Luna Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood, yes.
She is adorable.
Yes.
The glass is always full
kind of person. Yeah, she's very happy.
I've been held captive in this house, but if I stay, that's cool. And if I don't, that's cool. Whatever. Just like, wow, I really like this character. So, I've been studying her character.
Yeah.
And I went on to some fandom stuff and read more about her character and her future and all that good stuff. So, the box is going to be tailored proper for my person who's in a different country. For her character. But I'm hoping, I'm really glad that she's not going to get any pop characters or anything for me.
No one's getting any pop characters for me. Sorry, if anyone watching this, you're not getting any pop characters for me.
I don't even know where
I don't even know my partner yet, but sorry, you're gonna have to buy your own pop characters.
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite character? Because this swap is based on your favorite character, its colors, things of this nature.
So you're gonna hate me because I'm filling this out.
Uh-huh.
Like I kind of filled out your questionnaire. I'm about halfway through the questionnaire.
You're like, oh, at least she answered that really well.
And they did ask, like, what's your favorite character? I don't have a favorite character in Harry Potter. I love all the strong female characters in Harry Potter.
Yes.
So I put that in. I like Hermione, Minerva McGonagall, Molly Weasley is another one of my favorites.
I thought you were just going to go off Molly Weasley.
I thought about it, but then I also love Pomona Sprout.
Oh.
I love Mrs. Sprout.
Okay.
And I couldn't pick one.
Wait, which one's her?
She's the herbology lady. She's the one with the mandrakes and the little short. Yes.
Oh my god, she's adorable.
Yeah.
And the person who plays her in the movie, fantastic.
Yes, exactly. And so, side note, she is also in that show we used to watch together, the one with the lady in the lady detective.
Yes. Miss. Crap.
She'll put it on the bottom.
I will. Miss Franny Fisher.
Yes.
The Franny Fisher Mysteries, or Miss Fisher's Mysteries.
Yes, she's in that.
Yep. When I saw her, I looked at Sean, and Sean's like, I know.
Yeah.
I love her.
So, like, the next one, so I put that as, like, my favorite characters. I love the strong female characters. So, the next one, it says, what colors do you...
Yeah, what colors would you...
I'm going to say, I'm going to say, I want to see what somebody else's interpretation of what any one of those female characters are. I know what my interpretation would be, but, like, again, like I just said before, I love being surprised. Mm-hmm. So, I'm quite happy with somebody else's interpretation of how they see their coloring.
And then, what's your favorite book?
My favorite...
Or movie, it said.
Yeah, my favorite book or movie. I don't know. It's been 20 plus years since I've read the books. I probably need to go back and revisit them.
They say the books and the movies stay together. So if you wanted to figure out which book that was, if it's the fourth movie you like, it's the fourth book they're talking about.
Yes.
Which is cool.
They did a really good job of them going in conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy the Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
I think that's 3 or 4.
And what was the theme of that book? Because I picked 4. It's with the lady who wears a lot of pink and has cat
Professor
plates.
Umbridge. Yes.
I did not like her, but I really like that movie.
Because that's when it starts turning dark.
Mm-hmm. So right on the cusp of dark.
Which one is it? I can't remember which is the Half-Blood Prince. I'm sorry, Harry Potter. I'm a little bad.
Is that the one where he finds his book? The Half-Blood Prince's book?
Yes, I believe so. So we're doing that, but we finally got our yarn. So in order to be part of the knit-along and be in Hogwarts and stuff, you had to order yarn. And
then you were put in a house.
You were put in a house.
So you either bought the prefect kit to the house you wanted to be in, so you bought your way in.
You bought your way in. Or like me, you ordered a mystery kit, because I like surprises.
So she ordered a prefect kit, but she doesn't know which house that came
No,
from.
I'm not.
And then I ordered yarn. So she's going to get the letter for the prefect kit house, and then I'm going to get my own letter, I don't know how, I guess from the sorting hat.
Yes, your sorting hat.
Yeah.
So this is the letters. I don't know. Hopefully she sent us 2. I think you've told her.
Yeah, I let her know that we were separate. Maybe both of them had letters in them.
You can check.
Nope. Maybe it's got 2 letters in it. Ooh, I know what you're in.
You know what I'm in?
Yeah, because I know that you're getting a little bag. Don't show Liz. So you're in with Harry Potter and Hermione.
I'm in Harry Potter, yeah.
So that's part of your prefect kit. I know what the prefect kit looks like, so I can get her yarn out. That goes along with her prefect kit.
I don't think she sent us 2. I think you might have to ask her to send you 1.
Okay. I think this is your prefect kit.
That is my prefect kit, which is beautiful. So there is gold and stuff in there.
And then I don't know what these little bags are. Maybe there's two. See if the second one is the exact same thing.
No?
Weird. So we were supposed to get 2 letters.
Yes, we were supposed to get 2
I
letters.
don't see them. Did you buy some minis?
I did buy some minis.
Excellent. They're pretty. Do you remember what they were called?
I bought, well, one was a mystery mini set.
Okay.
And then
This is called Spellbound, and it's on her fashion knot. So it has sparkle in it.
I think that was the mystery. Which one's
Can you
this
tell
one?
there's sparkle in it? You can see the colors better that way. So
This one doesn't even have letters, numbers.
And then this one is called, it's Lord Voldemort, Draco Malfoy, Bellatrix Lestrange, Nocturne Alley, Lucius Malfoy, and Malfoy Manor. Can you see all the lovely colors? Oh, those are really pretty. Okay, so her prefect kit has 100 gram skein for her house, and then a coordinating 50 gram skein right there.
Yes.
So, and she got a pattern.
I did.
Which will be available to everyone after this knit along is complete, so in January.
So I think I can show the front. It doesn't say anything.
And you got the
meaning-
same one that I've seen already.
Yeah, it's
Herbology
the Herbology
socks.
which is nice because I'm Mrs. Sprout.
And that's from Nina something. She's
Nina
got a
Phillips,
podcast.
an expat design.
Yeah, so she's got her own podcast as well. And then this is, I knew it.
It's the Gryffindor.
It is the prefect
The
colorway.
prefect kit.
There
Yes,
we go.
for
Yeah.
Gryffindor. Yay me! I'm
I
a
think-
Gryffindor.
Yeah, maybe. And then you got some other things.
I did get some other things.
And let's see. My colorways are in here.
Yes, your colorways are in there.
Did we get the same one?
I'm gonna have to look at go back to our text messages.
I know this one's mine.
That one is yours.
And then one of these ones are mine. I know. Out of my color palette. Are you impressed?
I know, me too, out of my color palette.
So we have to cast on one project during the next 3 months out of a yarn from this pile. That's all I remember.
So this one is Dean Thomas. I think that one's yours.
No,
I don't know if that one's mine. Dean
mine
Thomas
should
is
be
mine.
matchy.
Weasley Boys. You ordered.
Yeah, Weasley Boys. That's
You ordered 2, right?
Yep.
Here you go, Weasley Boys. Those 2 are yours.
Oh,
And then this
I
one
don't
looks
know.
very similar. Or maybe I ordered this
I
one.
think
Is
you got
Sirius
it.
Black. And this one is Fluffy.
So these are the same colorway.
I'm pretty sure
Weasley
I ordered
Boys.
Fluffy because that is not you.
That is so not me.
I think maybe I ordered Weasley because
I
you
think
only
you got
ordered
one, 'cause
right?
I got these 2.
You got the Sirius Black?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I got things that could coordinate just in case I wanted to do something with them together.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Weasley Boys, Fluffy.
Can we
and
open
Dean
these?
Thomas.
I think you got a soap, which I think that's what that is.
Okay.
That goes with your prefect kit. And I think there's candy or something in that one, which also goes in your prefect kit.
Cool.
Yeah, so I just didn't get a letter. So I still don't know what house I'm in. It's kind of depressing. But we know what you're in.
We know what I'm in. Gryffindor.
I've been making a lot of points for an unknown house. How about you?
Or you
Did
could
get
just you could just be in Gryffindor too.
Maybe. I'm excited. These are definitely out of my color. You know whose colors these are? Annetta. She's gonna be like, what? You picked colors I'd pick. That gold is definitely out of my colorway. The gold orange is not, it's not something I always wear. And I decided I needed to do something outside of my norm. So that's the plan. So if you'd like to join in, or maybe you are joined in, you'd have to know by now. Because she had a flash sale, but it might not be sold out.
It's not sold out, not quite
So,
yet.
if
Your
you
color
wanna
choices
join-
are limited.
You have to buy some yarn from her so that you can use it in the next 3 months. She has a flash sale going on right now, and she's not done. Like, all these were pre-orders. We ordered this in June. Pretty sure it was June, and it came 2 days ago. These were all pre-order, so you could get sweaters quantity if you wanted. It was pretty cool. But then the flash sale, which is going on right now, is just what she has in stock. Once that's sold out, it's out. I'm kind of hoping she's going to bring it too. that event we're going to in November.
This is really nicely packaged, I will say.
It really is. And it came in, bright blue packaging. God, you must have been excited when you saw it.
Yes, I was. I was like, snap, woohoo! I like snap. And Rick's like, my husband, yarn? I'm like, yes, Harry
Some
Potter
of it's
yarn.
Alicia's.
And I was like, yeah, some of it's Alicia. She gets 2 skeins.
I won't tell him that I only took 2. This whole
Out of
pile.
all of it, yeah.
Yeah, you got excited. I can see why you didn't need to order some
No,
more.
I did.
This mini set is really, it's got a lot of turquoise in it.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, that one's really cute. Do you have plans
Nope.
for these things?
I never have any plans.
Okay.
I'm more or less just go with the punches.
So are you thinking of doing 3 items per month? Now that we know you can do 1, can you do 3?
No, I can't do 3. I can barely do 1.
Okay, well, she got something in the mail. I got something in the mail as well.
Ooh, that's
So,
beautiful.
Let's see, January through June, for the first 6 months of this year, I did Desert Vista stripy socks. You remember? You've seen them? One of them wasn't stripy, but the rest of them were. Well, I got to order a free skein of any colorway she's ever done, which is cool. So I went for Ready Player One, which is a book. There we go. Based off of a book. And this is the cover art colors. Oh, it's so pretty. There's a teal, a red, an orange, and a gray. I'm very excited. So these are probably going to be Sean socks. Wesley Crusher from The Next Generation of Star Trek, whatever his real name is. What's his real name? Do you remember Wesley Crusher's real name?
From what?
Star Trek, The Next Generation.
I don't watch Star Trek.
He's also in The Big Bang Theory from time to time. Can't think of his name. Anyway, he narrates this book, and it is hilarious because there's a meta moment because he's mentioned in the book. The author mentions this guy's, not his character name, but his real name in the book, and it's hilarious that he's talking about himself in that section. I laughed out loud. It was amazing. So that's the next one. It's got sparkle in it. So I didn't tell her a base. I just told her the colorway. So it came in sparkle, which I rarely ever order. So that'll be fun. Sean likes sparkle. And we had a minor bit of flooding at our house downstairs in our storage unit. So that's everything that we had put away for 2 years got soaked. Which I didn't lose much, but we lost every box that was down there. So we had to empty every box to dry it all out. A lot of books got completely soaked. But it made me go through my stuff. And look what I found.
What did you find? The mitts!
These have been lost for 2 years.
The mitts!
So you want to tell everybody what this is all about?
So, the first year after my daughter was born, my husband was traveling a lot for work.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the places we went to was Finland. And so,
And she brought me back something.
and so I was looking and looking and looking, and there's this farmer's market that goes on every day in Finland, and there's this yarn provider who uses natural dyes to dye her yarn, and she makes these mitten kits.
Now these are for 2 separate mittens. One's for Sean and one's for me.
Yeah. And so I brought back...
reds and oranges are going to be in Sean's, and the purples are going to be in mine.
I brought back yarn for mittens from this lovely lady.
I'm going to say these go together. These are going to be Sean's mitts.
Riki Vila, that's the name of the yarn. And she actually, and it's a kit, so she gives you the patterns too.
That's the name.
And so I'm glad you finally found it. Mine have been sitting there at home.
I've been depressed for 2 years.
She's been trying to find them.
Honestly, I gave away the skein that's going to be the interior of the mitt because I couldn't handle it being in my house anymore. And so 2 months after I gave the interior of these mitts, I find the exterior of the mitts. Yeah, so it should be fun. I have pictures of...
Show them what the mitts look like, the patterns look like.
So the tulips are going to be for me. Yes, tulips. And then the autumn leaves are going to be for Sean. And they gave you extra yarn at no extra cost for his large hands.
Yes.
So I really appreciate that. So they suggested that on the side of your hand, put extra plain stitches, like the black
stockinette,
color.
whatever. Yeah.
So I'm pretty stoked. So we can start these anytime now. Now that they're back, I've been so depressed.
Now I have to go find my yarn. I know mine's all in bins. It's not lost. I know where it is. I just have to go pick it out of the kit.
Yeah, I'm so stoked. So you brought it back for me and Janelle.
Yeah,
and so we each have a kit, and I got 2 kits because I knew that Sean would probably want one.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't going back to Finland, so
no.
I needed to place my order then. And these kits were like $23.
Yeah,
a piece.
It's a really awesome deal, and naturally dyed with natural flowers and stuff.
I'm so excited. So they are on Ravelry, so when we actually make them, we can make a project page. So that is the name of the company.
No, they're in English.
Awesome. So you could probably purchase it on Ravelry.
They're English and Finnish, which is considered one of the hardest languages. So if you want to go learn Finnish,
we've got a pattern you can start on.
Yeah.
So it'll be completely charted. I'm going to go off the charts. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I'm glad you found them.
I'm going to do a provisional cast on when you first cast on so that I can make an interior of it too. It's kind of rough wool.
It is, yeah.
So I'm really stoked. I was so happy. I cried when I found it. I came upstairs and Sean's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I found it." I can tell Liz. So I've been waiting for Liz to come over for a solid week. I'm like, should I just tell her? I could just tell her. No, I'm going to show her because she's going to be excited. So I'm stoked. So that has been our yarny goodness.
Yes.
And you've caught up.
Yeah.
I don't think I forgot anything.
No, I think that's it for today.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. I hope all is well where you are. And until we knit again.
Bye.
Bye.